In today's video, we're taking a look at how to remove rust from cast iron, easy and simple. This is so easy, anyone could do. Everything that we use on the video, we're going to leave a link on the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That does help us out a lot. Thank you. You woke up today and you want to use your cast iron cooking vessel. But you notice that when you bought it, it was one color and now it's changed color. It looks brown and you don't even want to think to what color of the rainbow this color looks like. Don't worry, here at the StatUpBox team, we've got your back. The first thing that you're going to need is cast iron. And if you don't have any, and you're watching this for the entertainment value, we salute you. The first thing that we're gonna do with our victim, with our cast iron, is shock it. And we're gonna do that with a 50-50 mix of water and vinegar. This is going to attack the rust from every angle. It's gonna wake up and not know what hit it. In our case, because we don't have a big enough container to place the mix, we're gonna place it right in the sink. It's gonna be a great place to clean it as well. Now that our torture chamber is ready, we're ready to convince our hotel guests to drop in. And once they're dead and convinced, happy and convinced, we'll leave them there for a minimum of 1 hour. Once the time is over, we're ready to hit it with the 1-2 punch. We're gonna place some baking soda in every nook and cranny of the victim, hotel guests, and we're gonna ensure ourselves with maximum hotel tip, giving it a massage. We're gonna hit every nook and cranny using a stainless steel scrubbing pad, and this is the time of the video where you roll up your sleeves, show the world your sexiness, and most importantly, not forget to use both arms for even pump. Meanwhile, at the same time, we waterboard it. We spray it down with some water to remove that rust. But let's say you scrubbed and you still see rust. Don't worry, here at the StatUpBox team, we like to show worst case scenario. We're gonna take a steel wool scrubbing pad and using a few drops of liquid dish soap, or you can use the steel wool scrubbing pads like the ones that we're using with the soap already included, and tell that cast iron, this ends today. And the general rule of thumb is you want your cast iron to only see detergents, soaps, or any other cast iron cleaner is one of two scenarios, and that is when you buy it for the first time and you want to remove the manufacturer seasoning or anything that might have adhered in the manufacturing process, and then place your own seasoning. If you want to check out our video on how to season a new cast iron skillet, we'll leave a link on the description of the video. And the second time is when you see rust that's not coming off, even though that we want to avoid using detergents or soap with the cast iron. And in the other hand, the last thing you want on a clear sunny day and before having a meal is to die, because we looked all over on the nutritional pyramid and rust wasn't on the menu. Another technique that you can use if you don't want to use soap, you can use kosher salt to scrub away the rust. Before we start with the next step, we want to make sure that we preheat our oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 232 Celsius. And now comes the most important part of the whole video, because the enemy of iron is water. We're going to go ahead and dry it off. We're going to use some paper towels and then end it off on the stove or in the oven. Just giving it a few minutes of heat should do it. Now that our victim is alive and cooled, we're ready for our line of defense. And this is the seasoning process. And to give it the longest lasting seasoning, we want to use a high point smoke oil and preferably neutral flavor. And the best for that is flaxseed oil. But you know how we do here at the StatUpBox team. And because we like to show real life scenarios, you can use vegetable oil or canola oil. In this case, we're going to use vegetable oil. And that's because that's what we have in the pantry. What we don't want to use is something like olive oil. It's not going to give you the best seasoning and it smokes really fast. We're basically going to give this cast iron the best massage of its life. Remember, we're looking for a full tip. You want to make sure that you get every nook and cranny, and this is to get the best review or rating of your massage. Once we finish with the rated R session and we oiled up the guest, we're ready to use paper towels and dry it. And even though that you're thinking that we're removing the oil after all that work, we're not. Cast iron is very porous. What we want to do is just leave a very light coat. And you done it, grasshopper. You finally gotten a tip to buy lunch. Now you can tell your guests to go to the hot hot sun in the beach. I mean, we can take our cast iron and take it to the oven, and we're gonna place it there for a minimum of 1 hour. And after the 1 hour is up, we're gonna leave it inside the oven with the oven off until it cools down. We're gonna place aluminum foil on the grates and place our cast iron upside down. If yours has a top like ours, then you wanna place that the regular way. And we place it this way and place the aluminum foil to avoid any drippings in the oven. So as you notice now, this process may take a couple of hours. So get your ice cold, bubbly, liquid gold sparkling water. And you want to repeat this a minimum of 2 to 3 times and a maximum of 4 to 5 times. With every additional coat, you're going to make your cast iron rust proof and also non-stick. In our case, because we had a lot of rust, we're going to do this 3 times. So basically that means once the cast iron is cooled, and that's a pro tip, we want to re-lube our victim and dry it again, leaving a light coat of oil, taking it to the torture chamber for 1 more hour, letting it cool in the oven, and repeat that process until we have 3 coats of oil. This would 100% assure that your customer goes from a victim to a full paying happy guest. Now you've done it. You become a torture master, a oily lubing machine, and the best massager in your household. Now you can pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Don't forget, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone on the StatUpBox team or someone on the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.